The knock wasn't polite. It wasn't hesitant. It was loud, sharp, and angry, like someone who believed the door owed them an answer. I was standing in my kitchen, holding a cup of tea I'd reheated for the third time without drinking. When the knocking came again, louder, I already knew who it was. Only one person knocked like that. My son. I opened the door and there he stood. Daniel. My firstborn. My pride once. His jaw was tight, his shoulders squared like he was ready for a fight. Behind him, his wife, Melissa, stood with her arms crossed, eyes darting past me into the house, as if she were already calculating what could be taken. Why haven't you paid yet? Daniel snapped, not even bothering with hello. I blinked. Paid what? He scoffed like I'd insulted his intelligence. Don't play dumb. You got Melissa's debt last week. The bank called you. The lawyer sent the papers. Why is it still unpaid? I felt something cold settle in my chest. So this was how he came. Not to ask, not to explain, to demand. I received documents, I said carefully. Yes, I read them. Good, he said, stepping inside without invitation. Then fix it. Melissa followed, heels clicking against my floor like punctuation marks at the end of a threat. You're retired, she said flatly. You don't need all that money sitting there. Daniel nodded. You've always said family helps family. That phrase, family helps family, they'd learned how to weaponize it beautifully. I looked at my son, really looked at him. The man who once cried when his goldfish died, who used to run to me when thunderstorms scared him. Now his eyes were hard, calculating. How much do you think the debt is? I asked. Melissa answered instantly. 180,000. Daniel waved his hand. Give or take. Credit cards, a business loan, medical bills. It's messy, but manageable. For you. For me, I repeated. Yes, Daniel said, impatience creeping into his voice. You own this house outright. You have savings. You could pay it tomorrow. And after that, I asked. What happens then? Melissa rolled her eyes. After that, we breathe again. We move on. I nodded slowly. And you? Daniel frowned. What about me? Do you breathe easier too? I asked. Or do you walk away lighter because someone else carried the weight? His face flushed. Don't turn this into a lecture. I took a breath. I won't pay it. The silence that followed was explosive. What? Daniel barked. I said no. Melissa laughed sharply. You're joking. I'm not. Daniel stepped closer. You have to. The debt is legally connected to you now. I met his eyes. No, it isn't. His confidence wavered, just a crack. What do you mean? I walked to the table and picked up the folder I'd prepared days earlier. I read every page. Your wife forged my signature on the guarantee. It's invalid. Melissa froze. Daniel turned slowly to her. What? She swallowed. It was just paperwork. The lawyer said what, Melissa? I asked quietly. She didn't answer. Daniel's face darkened. You forged my father's signature? She snapped. I did it for us. For us, he yelled. You could have ruined him. I watched them unravel in my living room, and for a moment, just a moment, I felt something like pity. But then I remembered the nights I lay awake after my wife died. When Daniel stopped calling. When he needed money, he showed up. When I needed company, he was busy. I'm not paying, I said again firmly. And I suggest you leave. Daniel stared at me like I was a stranger. You're choosing money over your own son. I shook my head. No, I'm choosing truth. Melissa grabbed Daniel's arm. Come on, we'll handle this. At the door, Daniel turned back. Don't be surprised when this comes back to haunt you. The door slammed behind them. I locked it. And for the first time in weeks, I smiled, because they still didn't know what I knew. The truth is, I'd known something was wrong long before the documents arrived. Daniel used to call every Sunday, then once a month, then only when he needed something, advice, money, a favor. Melissa had always been polite, distant, too polished, too rehearsed. When the bank envelope came, heavy with legal language and threats, I didn't panic. I investigated. I hired a forensic accountant, quietly, paid cash. I wanted facts, not drama. 3 weeks later, he sat across from me at a cafe and slid a thin folder across the table. Your daughter-in-law, he said, has been living 2 lives. Inside were credit card statements, loan applications, shell companies, designer purchases disguised as business expenses, a failed online boutique, gambling transactions. She told Daniel it was medical debt, the accountant said. That's partially true. Cosmetic procedures. Very expensive ones. I felt sick. Your son, he continued, has no idea how deep it goes. But there's more. He lowered his voice. She's been moving assets. Preparing to disappear. Disappear. I went home that day and sat in my wife's old chair. Daniel had accused me of choosing money. But what he didn't understand was this. I wasn't protecting money. I was protecting him. Melissa wasn't just drowning. She was dragging everyone down with her. So I did something I'd never done before. I stopped rescuing. Instead, I prepared. I met with my lawyer, updated my will, removed Daniel, not out of cruelty but caution. I set up a trust with conditions he wouldn't understand yet. And then I waited. 2 weeks later, Daniel called. His voice was raw. Dad, she's gone. I didn't pretend to be surprised. Gone? She emptied the accounts, took the car, left a note. I closed my eyes. She said the debts were hers alone, that she couldn't do this anymore. Silence hung between us. I don't know what to do, he whispered. This was the moment I'd waited for. Come over, I said. When Daniel arrived, he looked smaller, older, like the boy who used to fear thunderstorms. We sat at the table. I know everything, I told him. His head snapped up. Everything? Yes. I slid the folder across. He read and read and read. When he finished, his hands were shaking. She lied to me. Yes. She used you. Yes. He buried his face in his hands. I accused you. I threatened you. I said nothing. After a long moment, he whispered, Why didn't you tell me sooner? I leaned back. Would you have believed me? He didn't answer. Outside, thunder rolled. Melissa was caught 3 months later. Not by me, by her own patterns. She tried to open a new line of credit overseas. The forensic trail was clean, but not clean enough. Authorities flagged her. She was detained at an airport with forged documents and undeclared assets. Daniel called me from the police station. They're saying she could face prison. I closed my eyes. I'm sorry. No, he said. Don't be. I should have listened to you. There was a pause. Dad, about the debt. Yes? They're holding me responsible for part of it. I know. His voice cracked. I can't pay it. I'll lose everything. I stood and walked to the safe. I told you once, I said. Family helps family. He sniffed. I don't deserve it. I opened the envelope. I set up a trust, I said. It will pay the debt slowly in installments. He gasped. You're saving me? No, I corrected gently. I'm teaching you. The trust had conditions. Financial counseling, transparency, no secrets. If he broke them, the support stopped. But Melissa, he asked. She made her choices, I said. So did you. Weeks later, Daniel came over again. This time he knocked softly. I'm sorry, he said. I nodded. I know. As he left, I looked around my quiet house. No shouting. No demands. No lies. My revenge wasn't loud. I didn't yell. I didn't punish. I didn't destroy. I waited. And in the end, the truth did what anger never could. It revealed who deserved help, and who had already spent it all.